Hi Student Success, welcome to your week 1 assignment video. So just as a quick couple reminders, please make sure that if you have not already done so, check out the welcome video, which is going to really walk you through some navigation so that you are prepared and ready to be successful throughout the online course over the next 16 weeks. So in the lessons area, I want to just kind of point out that you need to make sure you take this required syllabus quiz. If you do not take this and pass it with a 100%, then your week 1 folder, this right here, will not open. Your week 1 video folder, you will see because I have control over that and I'm just opening it to everyone as soon as the week opens. However, you will not see this folder unless you take your required syllabus quiz and get a 100% on it. Okay, so I just want to kind of plug that right away. Also in this week 1 video folder, this is where the chapter 1 lecture will be housed, as well as the week 1 assignment video, the one that you are currently listening to. So you'll click in there and they will both be uploaded in there. The one is actually uploading to YouTube right now. So let me go ahead and jump into the week 1 folder. Again, this is after you've already passed the required syllabus quiz with a 100%. So let's go ahead and click in. Week 1 talks about chapter 1, and you have 2 assignments this week, 2 things that will be the basis of your grades. So this goes over kind of just what you're going to be learning and reading about, the assignments. So you will have a chapter 1 discussion post due by Wednesday for week 1 attendance. So you have to post by Wednesday to get 100% attendance for week 1. Let's say you forget because it's the first week and you post on Friday. Please still post. Even if you forget, please post, even if you wait until Sunday, because you can still get 50% attendance. Not only that, you get graded for actually responding properly. So if you follow through the actual assignment, you get a grade on the forum itself. So post by Wednesday for week 1 attendance, respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. I'm going to walk you through this in just a moment. Then the second assignment is the Title IX training and quiz, which I will go through. That is due Sunday. I will talk to you a little bit about this handshake registration. I won't go into a lot of detail quite yet because I'm recording this at the end of December and the workshops are not open yet, and so I cannot quite get into everything for that. In the materials folder, this is where you will find the materials needed for this week. In my lecture video, I relied on the textbook link primarily, although the chapter 1 slides are there for a supplemental resource. I'm going to have you pull up the Title IX slideshow, just kind of have it up and going right next to your tab there. And then this is just something you can use if needed for online learning. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the actual assignment folder. All right, the very first thing you're doing for me for Wednesday for your week 1 attendance is to post in the chapter 1 discussion forum. So here's how this works. So you're going to go through, first you're going to see that there are 2 parts to this assignment. Part 1 is where you will introduce yourself and discuss your major or certification to get to know your classmates. So part 1 is real simple. Name, what you're majoring in, and if you want to share anything about yourself. Part 2 is where you're going to go through this. There's a little bit more to it. All right, part 2, select 4 of the 9 topics. You can see there are 9 topics. Select 4 of them. So just for ease sake, I'm just going to say the first 4. Attitude, values, transitioning to college, learning process. It does not matter which 4 you do. If you want to do 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever, as long as you do 4. And you can see the prompt is kind of set up for you already. I'm just going to go with number 1 here. My most negative attitude toward college is, and then blank. Here's what I'll do to be more positive. So it's kind of like a fill in the blank. You want to make sure that you're responding to both parts of all 4 topics. So you're kind of responding 8 times, if that makes sense, because 2 per, each of the 4. How you do this is you go in, you click on the name of the forum. It's going to seem blank to you. You're going to go ahead and hit create thread, and it's going to repopulate that so you don't have to do any back and forth. It's going to have it right there. And for me, sometimes it's just easiest to here's this. I'm going to just copy and paste it into that. There we go. So I have it started. You can already see if you are interested in the word count, it's got that going. But then I would just go in and I would start finding the whatever it might be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill all of those out, and you can copy and paste right from any of those. Whenever you're done, you're going to go ahead. I'm going to also put part 1 just as a reminder. My name is, and I am majoring in, don't forget that part. Part 1 is that introduction, and then part 2 is this part right here. Okay, so whenever you're done, you'll hit submit. That's your first part. That's how you get your attendance points for the week, and that's how you get half the points for the actual assignment part of it. What you'll do after you post, and you might have to wait a day or you can come back, is you're going to respond to classmates. And so there's a little bit more guidance down here, you know, example of a post, here's what you need to do. Whenever you go and respond to 2 classmates, a good response is 2 to 3 sentences. This is not just, I agree, I disagree, good job, yes, no. Like actually respond to them, compare, contrast what you wrote to what they wrote, ask them a follow-up question. You'll build off of what they said, because that's how you get the rest of your points for the forum, is responding to those classmates. It's replicating that interaction that students have inside a physical classroom. All right, so that's the first thing that you are doing for week 1 assignment. You are posting by Wednesday for attendance and then responded to classmates by Sunday. The second thing you're doing this week for a grade is your Title Title 9 training and quiz. So you're going to open this up, and it's going to open up into its own little window, and it's going to start talking to you about Title 9. And you're just going to hit play, make sure you go through. There you go. So it'll start talking, and eventually it's going to start asking questions.
What is Title 9?
About Title 9. And this is where you can go and refer back to the slideshow over here. And I'm totally fine with you keeping this up, having it, you know, next to you, referencing it as you answer questions. When you're done, just make sure that you answer all the way through. You'll hit submit, and then it'll record the grade. It's an automatically graded assignment. I always recommend students go to My Grades and just double check, find where it says Title 9, and just double check that there's an score there. A little blue circle might be there for the first 10 minutes or so, but after that, then it should record a grade, like an actual 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. If it doesn't, it means you didn't submit it, or you went back in and interrupted the grading process. Those are the 2 assignments that you're doing for this week. When you are done, I will email you individually inside Blackboard and say, hey, you're all done. That way you know you're on the right track. The other thing that's not graded is the handshake registration assignment. So this is going to be used for that workshop assignment. The workshops are not quite loaded yet, so that's why I said I can't quite do this, but you can certainly go ahead and get in here. We're gonna open up. If you wanted to go ahead and register for Handshake now, it just eliminates one step later on. So you can get in and you can, let me log out real quick. You can get in and you can create your account. So it'll have you come up here, and if you are not registered, you would just go up here, no account, sign up here, and you'll just sign up with your Stark State email. And I would recommend also a variation of your Stark State username so it all stays consistent. Okay, so, and that'll just come in handy when it's time to register for your workshop assignment, which I will have a whole separate video on and uploaded where it says Student Services Assignment. I'll have that loaded right there for you, because that's something that you have to have, and I talked to you about this a little bit in your welcome video by the end of week 16. All right, so as a real quick final recap for week 1, make sure you post your original response in the discussion forum by Wednesday, responded to classmates by Sunday, get your Title 9 training quiz done by Sunday, and that is all. Have a great week. Bye.